I am Michalis. I built this for founders. Welcome to the Founder's Voice.
So, welcome to the Founder's Voice with today's guest, Bhav. Bhav, how do you feel?
I feel
being
amazing.
here today?
I feel amazing to be here. I think it's a great day. Thank you for bringing me onto the podcast, and I can't wait to share my journey with you.
No, definitely. I mean, you're an inspiring person. I have seen your profile, your history. Definitely someone that needs to be in the Founder's Voice. And that's why we are here to share the stories of founders, inspiring people. And yeah, how was your day today? Like,
My day was
anything
good.
exciting?
Man, so Fashion Week just finished. Dubai Fashion Week, my first time, and the party finished at 5 a.m. last night. So this morning I woke up, I saw my client to style them, and after that I made some content, edited the content, and now I'm here.
Great,
And,
man, great.
Productive day, actually, considering what happened last night.
Great. And I'm glad also you are able to make it so late in the day here in Dubai. It's right now 9 p.m.
Mm.
And I mean, I'm glad that we make this happen.
I'm
right?
I'm very glad to be here. Grateful, actually.
Great, man. Then I would start with my questions I have for you today. Are you prepared for what's coming?
I am prepared. Don't worry. It's not my first podcast.
True. Yeah, I believe you have a lot of experience. So, mate, you're the founder of Styled by Bhav, right?
Yes.
So, as the founder of Styled by Bhav, could you share more about your company and the core mission about it?
So the core mission of Styled by Bhav is basically about 10 years ago, I was in the lowest state of my mind ever. So I was in a state of depression. And
How old are you?
I'm 25.
You're 25.
Yes, I'm 25.
Man, that's insane.
Yeah, no one
This
ever
is
believes
insane,
me.
man.
No one believes
How
me.
can you be 25 years old?
I think, you know what? Like, people say that for my age, I'm very mature.
I believe that, yeah.
And, you know, I just, the values I'm taught with by my parents, I think that's why I'm mature. I'm a very calm person. I'm very thoughtful. I listen a lot instead of talking a lot. And I think listening is one of the most underused skills these days.
I agree.
I think that's also one of the reasons I'm a really good stylist, because as a fashion stylist, you need to listen to your clients. But yeah, 10 years ago, when I was 15, I was going through a lot of depression and, you know, social anxiety. And in school, I was always the black sheep. I was always the one out that was never understood by anyone. I didn't really have any friends. And, you know, I was in the lowest state of my mind. And about 2 years later, 17, I started to express myself through fashion, because I started researching, how can I improve myself? You know, I started researching self-improvement, because in this 15, 16, 17, at this kind of time, I was, you know, eating junk food every day. I was in my room after school and just playing video games after doing my homework. I wouldn't use my time productively. I would just do my schoolwork and then play video games. I didn't have any friends. I started to research on YouTube, how can I actually improve myself? And one of the main things they would always say is get a haircut and improve your fashion sense. So I started to look into how can I improve my fashion. And back then I dressed really badly. I dressed terribly, actually. And I would just wear hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs is basically things that get passed on from your brothers or your sisters, and you wear it. So that's what a hand-me-down is.
So, one thing, you were gaming, you were out of shape,
Yes.
you were eating junk food,
Yes.
you weren't active, like in terms of no gymnastics, anything, no fitness.
So I started gym after. At the same time I started doing, exploring my fashion sense, I started gym. And the one thing that gym taught me is actually growth starts happening outside your comfort zone. So when I started to realize I need to push myself, I can't stay in the comfort zone, eating junk food and playing video games all the time. I need to get outside the comfort zone. And that's what gym taught me. And then I realized with fashion as well, I have to get outside my comfort zone of the fashion sense as well.
Right. Because that's a very interesting point what you're saying here. It's not easy to express yourself, and in fashion, you have to have a style, right? In order to represent that style, it needs a lot of, how do I say? It's very. What I'm trying to say, it's not easy.
You need boldness. You
Exactly.
Need confidence. You need to be not worried about other people's judgment.
Right.
Everyone today is too worried
Right.
about what other people think. And this is what I teach my clients. You need to learn to love yourself within instead of looking for external opinions.
Yeah.
Everyone is looking for validation. People are looking, how can I get more likes on social media? How can I get accepted by other people? But truthfully, I'll tell this honestly, when you look for love within yourself, you don't care about what other people think about you.
Yeah.
And this is how you actually grow as a person. If you keep looking at what other people like, then you're going to be a copy of someone else. And this is what people do. They copy other people's style. They copy influencers. They copy celebrities. And they dress like them instead of worrying about themselves.
Understood.
And, that's not personal.
Yeah.
Personal style is all about yourself.
So you are saying you should have an identity
Yes.
when you style, and it should be something that is unique, that comes out of yourself, right?
Yes. Because everyone is unique.
Right.
And therefore, everyone should dress uniquely.
I like that.
And
Yes.
Actually, unfortunately, it's not like that because people, they
follow the trend, right?
Yes.
They follow
Everyone
the
dresses for the trend.
Yeah, but what makes something unique is if something is, or what makes something nice, it's when it's unique, right?
Yes.
So I agree. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I realized with fashion, if I can transform my life,
yeah.
that means I can transform other people's lives the same as I did. And I can bring confidence to people. I can boost people's self-esteem. I can change how people look
This
at
is
themselves.
what you are trying to do with
Style by Bhav.
Yes.
So this is the whole reason I started my styling business.
You want people to have to express their own identity.
Yes.
It's not about styling. It's about shaping identity, shaping character, expressing who you are through your clothes, basically.
Through your clothes.
And always, like, I believe, do you look at a certain brand? Do you focus on being affordable? Do you focus on variety of different price categories? So how do you approach that perspective? Because not everyone has the same budget, right?
Yes.
And like not everyone has the same type of style, I would say. So how do you manage to fit everyone in his what he wants, basically?
Yeah. So in Australia, my pricing was so much lower than here in Dubai
Okay,
because I was for everyone and I wanted
Yes.
to help everyone.
got it.
But certain people like students or people that are in the lower income bracket would message me on Instagram and say, I really want to have your help, but I don't have the money for this.
Right.
And I would give them free advice through text message.
Yes.
And I wouldn't give as much advice as I would give someone that pays me, of course.
But you still help them.
But I would help them. I'll put
Yes.
them on the right path. And this makes me feel good because I'm helping someone and it's changing their life. And, they couldn't get help from anyone else. And I answer every DM. I answer every message, no matter how long it takes. I answer every comment as well on all my platforms.
I respect that. That's really nice.
It's important, right? Like I want people to be able to ask me for anything, basically. And I do that still now as well.
And I
in
think
Dubai.
that makes also the difference, right? I mean, you have a certain reach, you have not a small amount of followers, and you still go into every DM,
Yeah.
speak with a person,
Yeah.
give him tips
Yeah.
for the styling. So I think that's something that will move you forward and support you in your whole career, right?
think
That
so.
will make the difference because the difference is how people work with each other. People work for people, and people want to feel unique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even if a video gets 1 million views, I still
agree.
reply to the comments all
I love
myself.
that. I
I don't
love
have someone doing it for me. I reply to the comments individually and to all the DMs because a lot of people will see a video and then message me afterwards because my whole thing is about self-expression, about mental health, about fashion, about confidence. And people, I feel like confidence nowadays is actually quite low. And self-esteem, mental health is at all-time lows actually.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate to see. And that's why I've made it such a big push on my social media to have this at the forefront.
But I think you can, with what you are doing, you are changing that idea and then that ideology is what I'm trying to say of people.
Yeah.
Like you are someone who wants to be confident, who wants people to be confident around him, who pushes the people and who wants everyone to express
Who they are.
who they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So, I mean, I want people to be okay to be with themselves,
Yes.
I think it's okay to be different. It's okay to showcase that, you're not like other people. It's not your weakness,
Yeah.
And certain people, I try to make people's mindset.
Yeah.
I try to train people's mindset into believing that they can do anything they want, because
love
that's what they should be able to, right?
I love that. Yeah.
And everything I've done in my life, if I have a big achievement, like this week, I actually got interviewed by Reuters, which is one of the biggest
This is
media
insane.
companies.
This is
And
insane,
at
man.
Fashion Week, they chose me. They came up to me because
Yeah.
my style. That's what they said as well.
Because you stood out from the crowd.
Yeah,
Right.
and they interviewed
Yes.
me, but they didn't interview anyone else.
Yes.
And I thought that was like, wow, like this is
Of course.
crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm in the Middle East. This
Why
is not
you?
my home.
Why
this is
you?
not my
You know
home.
what I
Like
mean?
I'm
Yes.
from Australia. Why me?
Yes. Yeah.
And then I realized like I'm meant to be here.
Yeah.
I am meant to be. If I can do it, I come from a very small town in Australia, in Sydney, called Bankstown. Bankstown is considered like it's considered like the ghetto, like a very
Oh, really? Is that the?
yeah. It's considered a place
yeah.
where people like me, like creative people or anyone, they can't make it in life.
I get it. Yeah.
And you know, for me to be here and to be interviewed by Reuters, it just shows me that I can do anything I put my mind to, and other people can do anything they put their mind to. So that's why I really try to show people that it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter who you are.
I like the diversity, really. Like I like when you say that it does matter where you come from, but it matters what you make out of yourself,
Exactly.
right?
So mindset's everything.
Mindset, right? See, you mentioned you had a big interview this week, but looking at your history and your CV, I'm seeing that you have been invited by Instagram into the Met Gala, right? Why do you think Instagram invited you to that gala, and what did that moment signal to you professionally? Because it's not a small thing, right? We speak about a gala which has maximum 400 people worldwide.
Yeah. So this Met Gala, it wasn't the official one, but it was the Met Gala viewing party. So it was in Australia.
Yeah.
It was a viewing party of the Met Gala. But this mattered to me because I started posting content in 2017 on Instagram. So for them to invite me 8 years later in 2025 to a viewing party of the Met Gala with some of the biggest influencers in Australia was incredible. So it wasn't the actual Met Gala, but it was a viewing party of the Met Gala at the same time. So it was in the morning and it was live and it was at the top of Crown Penthouse. Crown, Sydney, is like one of the most prestigious and luxurious hotels
Nice. Yeah.
in Sydney. So Rihanna, Taylor Swift has stayed there, Drake has stayed there. And, you know, to be there, to be in the room of people with millions and millions of followers and to show, like, to go full circle basically,
Yes.
to show me that, you know, I'm actually on the right path. Like, I started posting so early on Instagram when people, influencer
2017,
stuff,
you said,
yeah,
right?
influencer content,
Okay.
like it wasn't normal back then. People were posting content of their food.
Yeah.
They were posting like random selfies. They weren't posting photos of outfits
Yes.
or mental health
Yes, yeah.
things. So for me to be in that room, to be invited to that event, it was just, I still can't believe it. Like, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. And I had a Sudanese designer make my outfit for that day. And the whole theme of the Met Gala was black tailoring. So I was able to put a spotlight on a black designer.
Yeah.
And I was allowed to even be there. I'm Indian. I was allowed to be in that room. I was just like...
See, I wouldn't
yeah.
say that your origin should matter, right? Like
Yeah.
it's something you made it by yourself, right?
Yeah.
You made it by your character. You made it by who you are. You made it
Yeah.
by how you dress. You made it by how people are interpreting you as a person, right?
Yeah.
And I believe the fact that you were present in that event means something. It
Yes.
doesn't matter. I mean, it was not the official event, fine, but they say fake it till you make it, right? So one day possibly you are in New York City with Rihanna, Zendaya,
Yeah.
everyone be there. I wish it for you, man.
Yeah.
Like you give me that vibe that you might manage it one day.
I think that's true because, you know, Instagram inviting to an event, that's crazy. And that actually started my partnership with Meta. So Meta started inviting me to many events. They used me for the campaign for the Ray-Ban AI glasses.
Yes, yes.
So I've done a lot of content for them, and that was the first thing. So this led to that, and you know, Instagram to invite you to an event. That's actually my favorite event I've ever been to, and I've been to many influencer events. I've been to so many. That's still my favorite because I just all the fashion there, the vibe there, to be at the penthouse in there and just.
Is it a kind of
yeah.
party, or how can I imagine it?
So it's like a fashion party,
Yeah.
but it was mainly to watch the event.
Got it.
So
With an after party.
yeah, with
Got
an
it.
after party, and it's still in my pinned post at the top. And
Yeah.
I made a video as well. It's in my reels. It's pinned in my reels that like I said before, I made a video of just manifestation at the event, and it
No,
went
I get it.
viral
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
Of
Yeah.
just me talking in my outfit, crazy outfit,
Yeah.
and just me talking,
Yeah.
and then it pans to the right, and you see all these people dressed in amazing outfits,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's just unbelievable.
How do you get access to these forums? Do you have to have the connections? Do you think it's, as you mentioned, your style driven by your personality, luck? What would you say?
So Instagram actually DM'd me on Instagram. So
The official Instagram page DM'd you.
the head of partnerships for Australia and New Zealand
This is insane, man.
messaged me on Instagram.
Insane.
And they sent me a link. I pressed the link and it looked like a scam. So I didn't actually, I thought it was a scam. So I didn't put my details in it because I didn't want to get hacked. Because obviously I get messaged a lot with links like this. It's called
Were they verified?
they weren't verified, I don't think. But I get sent a lot of phishing
Yeah, I get it.
scams. So I was looking at it. I was like, this might be a scam. And I looked at it again. I was like, this is actually legit because I clicked on the profile of the person. I think people notice you when you post on social media.
Yeah.
It can reach anyone. For example, your favorite music artist could probably see your
You're
content,
real, yeah.
and they could reach out to you and say, I would love to get styled by you. This is an example, of course, but
Right.
this can happen easily because social media it's unlimited. The reach
Right.
could reach anyone in the world. So every time I post content, every time I work with a brand, another brand sees it and is like, this guy Bhav, we need him for our campaign because he is authentic. The way he dresses is amazing. People are inspired by him. Let's use him. This has obviously happened many times for me. So, content is the main way I get invited to these things, just naturally.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I believe when you mentioned before also regarding big brands, and I see based on your profile that you have done concept-driven collaborations with Hugo Boss, Gucci, Burberry. What do you think that brands of this global scale are looking into influencers, into creators? What are they searching to find?
So the main thing I would say is in a world full of AI, people are looking for authenticity. They want real. They don't want fake. There's too much fakeness in the world right now. And influencers posting AI content is just bizarre to me because your audience loves you because of who you are.
Yes.
If you're using AI to make your photos,
Yeah.
to make your videos, or to even write your content,
Yeah.
that is a facade. It's not real. So brands can see that. There's so many.
So you're saying a brand would look for someone who is real.
Is real, is authentic, and can do things that no one else can. So for me, I like to do the crazy outfits.
Yes.
I love to show people that you can dress in however way you want. And I've always been like this since the very start. So
I will
it's
tell you
not-
one
yeah,
thing.
it's not
I
a
will tell you one
facade.
thing. I saw we have some mutual friends, right? And I saw some pictures they posted on Instagram. Man, before I met you, I knew that guy stood out before I even
Yeah,
know you, right?
yeah.
Like, there were 5 people on a picture. I see you, I say, this guy, there is something. He has something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is this vibe, it's very difficult to explain, but like a shining personality. I don't know how to explain.
I think kids call it aura.
Aura, yes.
Kids
I
call
love
it
that.
aura
I
these
love
days.
that. Yeah.
But
when
honestly-
you enter in a room and everybody turns around their head, you know what I mean?
But that's something people say
Yeah.
very often about me. That I saw you on someone's Instagram story. I saw you here. I saw you there before they met me, and then
Yeah.
they meet me. And this is something that's very natural. And I think content is so powerful because,
Yes.
like I said before, it can reach so many people and it can introduce you before you've introduced yourself.
See, you need just one video to go viral, not 2. Just one.
I think honestly, it's better to be consistent with your content rather
Yeah.
than make one viral video. So
Yeah.
if you consistently have 50,000 views, 50,000 views, 50,000 views, I honestly think that's better than one video with 1 million views. Because then people start seeing like, this guy is doing this all the time, all the time, all the time. Not just once.
It's the appreciation you
Yeah.
get, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. What I wanted to ask you, I forgot the question, and I had it in my mind like literally 2 minutes, and I forgot the question. And I got it.
Yes.
So what I think is you need to catch someone's attention somehow, right? And most probably it would be how you appear, your appearance. So the outfit will help you in that way. What would you suggest as a stylist? What would you do to sustain this attention to you?
Okay, very good question, actually. So I would suggest the first thing everyone should do is learn how to talk to someone, but also learn how to listen. I think listening, as I said before, is a very underused skill. So when
Learn
you
how
talk
to listen.
when you talk to someone, listen to what they're talking about and actually care, like genuinely care about what they're saying. Ask them questions about it. When someone feels like they're being understood and heard, then they start to trust you even more because it's just natural.
Yeah.
Because many people just wait for their turn to speak. And if you're waiting for your turn to speak, other people notice it. They do notice it and they start talking less, or they start like, the things they talk about are not as impactful as they could be because this person's not trustworthy, you know? They're just waiting for their turn to speak.
I get it.
But I've always been a listener. I listen more than I talk. And I've always been that way because I think everyone has so much to teach me. So why am I talking? I'm the one in the room that I would rather listen to other people and what they say than, talk. Because even especially now, I've moved to Dubai. Everyone here is on a different level. And I love to listen to people. In Dubai Fashion Week, I was listening to everyone and everyone's so talented and creative. And I was learning things I've never heard in my life. And that's why it's amazing to just listen and digest the information and then ask questions. And this is how you learn more and more. This is the best way, best way, I think.
Yeah, without listening, you can't learn, right?
You can't.
How would you learn?
We got 2 ears and 1 mouth, as everyone always says.
That's good. That's good. I never thought about it. Yeah. No, I love that, man. Really, really good example. I have another question for you.
Yeah.
If you were attending a gala with 3 artists, and you could also style those 3 artists, who would you pick and why?
3 artists. So I think Tupac, because Tupac, probably the most authentic music artist of all time, in my opinion. Other people can disagree with me, but this person spoke his mind all the time. And, when you saw him in photos and videos, he's always just talking his mind and he's a very authentic guy. And the music he made was a lot about social change and reform, and he also made the party songs.
Right?
He also made the party songs, of course, but he made songs that moved people, and his style was amazing. I call him a style icon because he is. So I would love to style Tupac if he was alive.
So Tupac, if you see this podcast, reach out to Bhav.
Yeah, if he's in Cuba, I don't know, but yeah. Second person.
I mean, for Tupac to be in Dubai, the probability is, I would say, high. I mean, we are in the number 1 place worldwide, so
exactly, right?
You never know.
So second person.
So shout out goes out. Next person.
Second person, probably Rihanna. I don't know.
Man, I was sure you would say that. I was sure. Because she has that crazy style.
Yeah, crazy
exceptional.
style.
No one like the unexpected. You know what I mean?
Unexpected. And she's top of her field, like as a woman. And women, I think, are the best. Some of the best in the creative fields, like fashion and music.
Yes.
But they're often the most underappreciated, I would say.
Okay.
But Rihanna has killed it in everything she's done, in the beauty industry, in music, in everything she's done. So I think it would be really interesting to style her and to listen to learn and listen to her, And third person, I would say my dad, if I could.
Oh, that's nice.
My dad unfortunately passed away. So 2 years ago, he passed away. But if I could bring him to the gala and he would somehow be invited, that would be amazing. And I would love to style him in an Indian traditional Punjabi outfit because he's Punjabi, he's from Punjab in North India.
I love that you keep the tradition. Although you are like out of your country for many years now, I believe.
Yeah.
You are still...
I think it's good to keep your roots.
Yeah.
It's very important to keep your roots, and you know your parents are the ones that sacrifice everything for you. Because my parents are immigrants. I'm the first generation in Australia, so without their sacrifices, I would not be here right now in Dubai. It's even crazy to say I'm here in Dubai because, as I said before, I mean I'm from a small town in Bankstown,
Yes.
in Sydney called Bankstown, from Western Sydney, and basically Western Sydney is where it's technically the lower income people are, and eastern suburbs is where the more wealthy, affluent people are from. So
But if you come from nothing,
nothing.
and you create success, that's, I mean, what do you want more?
Exactly.
Right.
Like, I feel grateful every day for God, for my parents, for everyone that's gotten me to this position. And you know, I've just gotten here
That's
to
inspiring,
Dubai
man. That's
2 months
inspiring.
ago. Literally just gotten here, and in these 2 months, I've evolved so much. So when people say Dubai is a place to be, it literally is a place to be. It's a city
Yes.
of the future. It's a city of the forward-thinking people.
Yeah.
It's where you meet people so easily through networking, and everyone is doing their own thing. Everyone's on their own grind, and I'm so inspired every day. I'm so hungry every day to build the best version of myself.
You wake up and you can't wait.
Can't wait to get into
Right.
work.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get into
Yeah.
my styling. I can't wait to get into my content. I can't wait to reply to people
Yes.
and tell them, you know, you can do whatever you want. You can do this. You can do that.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're here for, you know, to inspire people, to make people better. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that's good. I have another question for you though.
Let's do it.
Tell me if you are tired of all the questions, right?
Never tired.
I think
I
you
love
can
to
speak
answer.
hours.
I can talk for hours.
And I had a couple of guests here, but
Yeah.
you are the one that speaks the most. I can tell you.
I love to talk.
No, I see that you're comfortable with the camera and everything.
Yeah.
I can see that in your
In
you
my
give me that
content,
vibe, you know.
yeah.
So that's actually a quote I want to hear from you now.
Mm.
If you have anything in mind. What is the best piece of advice you have ever received or heard of?
Best piece of advice. Best piece of advice. There's so many pieces of advice to pick one.
Like that one thing.
Pick one. I think one thing I've always thought about is trust. So one person told me this in Sydney that, you know, you shouldn't always trust everyone because you have a good heart. And when you have a heart of gold, people will see your kindness and they will act like your friend. They will act like they love you. They will act like they're there for you. But when you need someone like them, they won't be there for you. So what you should do is treat trust as something that is rare. And don't trust everyone you see. Because I used to be a people pleaser, and this person that talked to me told me, you need to stop doing that. This was a few years ago, probably 3-4 years ago.
To stop styling.
No, to stop being a people pleaser.
Okay.
So people pleasing is basically when you try to make everyone happy so they can like you.
Except yourself.
Yeah, except yourself.
Yeah.
And you're usually left behind as a result.
I get you.
So now I've stopped people pleasing. I'm more comfortable with myself. I love myself. But this person told me this, and you know, I started to treat trust like it's not something you give out freely.
See, if you have the right people, you can trust the right people.
Yes.
Also, I mean, first, it's good you respect yourself.
Of course.
And secondly, you can make much more steps at work, in your career, in your personal life. Like you move faster.
Yeah.
How do I? I'm not sure how I can express it more accurately, but you got my point, right?
I do, yeah.
Because, for example, you want to start a new business or you want to start a new style. You will ask someone, right, for advice.
Yeah.
What if you don't trust that person? Will you do it? Will you not? If you trust someone blindly, you will directly go ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they could say you ran down the wrong path or something
Exactly.
like that. And this has happened before to me, and people have used me or taken advantage of me. And when you don't respect yourself, these things will continue to happen. But when you start to love yourself and act within, and you know, ask God for a lot of things instead of people, you know, trust God, trust the process. This is better
Yeah.
than blindly trusting people, in my opinion.
I want to understand one thing from you, though.
Yes.
if we would remove. By the way, it's another question now. I'm jumping now the questions because I want to go through a lot of things.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm
Let's
sure
do it.
you have inspiring answers, man.
Let's
That's why
do it.
I wanna go through my.
I love the questions,
right?
man. It's really good.
So I want to understand one thing from you. If you would remove social platforms, budgets, brand names, what is the one single factor that makes a stylist undeniable?
The one thing every stylist should be is able to understand the client and what the needs of the client are. A stylist should never put their style onto the client. A stylist should put themselves into the client's shoes and understand what's their lifestyle, what's their hobbies, what do they do for work, what is something that, you know, other people, they haven't told other people.
And then you earn the trust to close the loop.
Yeah, and then you
Right?
earn their trust. And, you know, I've always said fashion is psychological. Style is psychological.
Yes.
There's been many, you know, studies on how fashion can improve your confidence, how it can, you know, it can change your perception of things. For example, if you put on a running outfit and you're not in the mood to run, it will rewire your brain
I
into
like that.
going for
I've
a
never
run.
heard that before.
It will literally rewire your brain into going for a run. And that's actually crazy to me. So, for example, if you dress every day to the fullest of your personality and harness the power of fashion, every day you have a superpower.
For example, if I go for a run in the marina in the morning, right?
Yes.
And I wear my new gym outfit, which has long sleeves, black. I like
Yeah.
to wear black. I will perform better, possibly, right?
You will.
Because
you
I will be
you
proud,
You will
know?
perform better. It will literally, you will perform better. It's not maybe, you will.
Yeah.
So if you dress amazingly every day, just like that, in whatever you do, in whatever field you're in, that means you will perform better in the meetings you go to, in the people you see, in your love life even.
It's the aura, right?
It's
the aura
it's the aura, it's the confidence you
Yeah.
bring, and people notice the confidence before they talk to you. They say you have 7 seconds to make a first impression. And what do people notice about you first?
Yeah.
Mainly your outfit, right? Because your fashion takes up most of your body.
Yes.
And women in particular notice your outfit more than other men do.
You need to sustain their
attention.
So, right. You need to sustain the attention, but you need to catch the attention.
You need to catch your
How
attention
will you
first.
catch
Yeah.
the attention if you are not
If you don't dress well.
exactly?
If you dress like everyone else, you become invisible.
Exactly.
No one will notice you. But if you dress, not like me, you don't have to dress crazy like me,
Yes.
like all the colors. But if you dress in something that's authentic to you, people notice it about you. They're like, this guy, something about him.
Yes.
That's what they'll say. I've heard this many times.
You
from my
will
clients.
get the comment. You will get
Yeah.
the comment. And I think, in my opinion, excluding extremities, every comment is a good comment. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
So you mentioned 3 artists, right?
Yes.
The first one was
Tupac,
Tupac,
Rihanna,
Rihanna, and your father.
my
right?
dad. Yeah.
That's interesting combination.
Interesting combination, right?
However, Rihanna, I thought of it. I thought of it. I was sure. So, what else do we have in the
And the questions.
questions? So you have built. You're just 25, right?
I'm 2026 in April, so very soon.
Yeah. 2000.
2000, baby. Yeah.
This is. I still cannot get over it. Like I thought you were 29, 30.
People always say I
Like-
look 28 or 29.
I want to understand. You have built a an international recognition
Yes.
at a very young age.
Yes.
What inner belief kept you moving forward before the world reflected success back to you?
So, look, a lot of people do not see all the struggles I've been through. They don't see a lot of the hard
Do you want to
nights.
share something with the people, or is it something that you just want to keep for yourself? Which is also respected, obviously, right?
No, I feel everything I talk about, I talk very often about, some nights motivation is small, and, some nights I don't want to get up maybe, but I still choose to get up because I've been through so much in my life, and one of the worst things ever was my dad passing away from cancer. Now, when you have a family member pass away from cancer, which is something that cannot be cured, life is very, very short. And literally, I could pass away maybe next year. Who knows? Because
Every moment can change.
he got
everything.
diagnosed in April after a week after my birthday. A week after my 23rd birthday, my dad got diagnosed with cancer. So I literally had my birthday, and then the week after, we got told that he has cancer. And he got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which is what Steve Jobs had. It's one of the worst cancers you can ever get diagnosed with. And the doctor said he has 6 months or up to 2 years life expectancy. And exactly at 6 months, he passed away. And I did not think that he would pass away at 6 months. I thought he would live longer, like at least 1 year or 2 years. And when he passed away, it was like my whole world got shaken upside down, like 360. And I entered the worst mental health of my life ever. And I was achieving so many big things at this time. I was achieving so much. But funny thing is, I was at the lowest state of my mind. And people...
How old were you?
I was 23. So I was 23 at that time. And, you know, I was...
It's the absolute contrast of emotions, right?
Yeah. So, you know, I would wake up some days and I would cry. And as a man, I decided to share that my dad passed away with my audience. And I said, my dad passed away from cancer. And, you know, this is something that's shaken my world up.
No, I respect that, man. I respect that. See, you came from the ghetto. Your dad passed away and you're still having a career which people would dream of in the most cases.
Yeah.
So I really respect that, and you are here, and I mean you are still 25. You're speaking about someone who has maybe 3/4 of his life still open.
I've
right?
achieved a lot, and at that time, it just made me realize how I need to treat every day like it's my last day. So every day I'm working hard, trying to become the best version of myself. And you know, my dad, he worked in a factory. He worked as a manual labor, which is just physical labor.
Yes.
And he would be on a forklift in One Steel, which is a company in Australia, One Steel. And my mum worked as a cashier at Audi. You have Audi in Germany. Audi is from Germany, right?
Yeah.
So she worked as a cashier. So this is my background. This is my parents. This is what they do. They came from like low income kind of things. And they sacrificed so much for me to get where I am. And when my dad passed away, there were days where I was like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. And then I realized my dad just passed away. He sacrificed so much for me. He would not want me to be stuck in my bed or depressed or these things. And like I said before, 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, I was depressed. And then 23, I was depressed again because of my dad passing away. And all these feelings came back. I didn't have like suicidal thoughts or anything. When I was 15, I did. But in 23, I did not have that, luckily. Thank God. But I started to realize I cannot get stuck back in these old thoughts. I need to push myself. This is what my dad would want me to do, you know? He would want me to push myself, to become the best version of myself, to be in the magazines, to be on TV. And look what happens.
Your dad would be very proud of you at this point, right?
And then look what happens. I get into GQ. Yes. I get into Vogue. I get into... I got interviewed by China Central Television, which is China's biggest news network.
You get into the biggest magazines you can ever
the biggest
dream
magazines.
of, right?
I'm getting interviewed by these people. I'm doing work. I'm styling hundreds of people.
You were in the Fashion Week. Somebody
Fashion Week
interviewed you, and not somebody, right?
Reuters, yeah.
Right.
So all these things, and probably for a year after 2023, he passed away in October of 2023. So after about a year, I started to get back to my normal mental health. I started to be like, yes, I'm back. But the main thing I wanted to say is discipline beats motivation every single time. Discipline.
Yes.
And discipline. This is what really saved me. Because
on your lowest days, you have to be there, right?
You have to be there. You have to go through it no matter what. You can't, as a man, you can't just say, okay, that's it. My mental health is not good today. I just want to stay in bed. I just want to watch Netflix.
It doesn't work like that.
I want to eat junk food. It's not like that.
Yes.
I've realized my whole life that you cannot be stuck in the comfort zone. This is where dreams die. This is where purpose dies. This is where you die as a man.
Or you lose opportunities, right?
This is where you're in this world. I'm lucky to be born in Australia, one of
Right.
one of the most safest places in the world. And my parents came from India, which is a lot of problems.
I get
So
it.
you got to
Yeah.
make the most of the opportunity. You have to you have to move past all of the mindset.
And I think especially in your industry, it's important to chase every single opportunity.
Yes, it is.
Because one connection, one brand agreement can bring you to the next level.
it can. And for example, if you get
Did
invited,
you have any such kind of situation where you, through a single moment, you got a huge opportunity and you said, thank God I am here, and met that person and made that collaboration and woke up today, you know what I mean?
many times, many times. There's been times where I was like, I don't want to go to this event today. I'm tired. And I went to the event and I met someone that introduced me to someone else. And that person got me a huge opportunity, like making content for Apple. So, you know what? I say, as a person, as a creative person, you should chase
you got
every
hired by
opportunity.
Apple for making content?
Not hired, but as an influencer,
Yeah.
I got so many content opportunities with Apple
Got
through this one thing. And if I didn't go to that one thing, I wouldn't have met that one person.
Yeah.
And therefore, I wouldn't have worked with Apple so many times. So this is what I say is, always chase the opportunity. Always go after it. Always don't say no to anything unless it doesn't go with your values.
Yes.
Then say no. As a content creator, I get sent so many collaboration opportunities, and I say no to many of them because it doesn't go with my values. And at the end of the day, my audience trusts me for who I am. And if I decide to work with a brand that does not go with my values, I would not only offend my audience,
I get it.
then
I
I
get
would
it.
also offend God.
I
So,
get it. You what you are doing is you're not just looking for a collaboration. You're looking for
authenticity,
a meaningful partnership, long term.
mutual. It has
Yes.
to be mutual.
Yeah. Because the
has to-
results will
yeah.
be better, I believe, right?
Yes, of course.
What would you say makes a difference in a brand for you? Like, what is the one thing that you say, this brand is the one I like to wear? There might be several options you have, for example, to go out somewhere. What would you choose to represent your own style?
I think when a brand has a mission, that's the main thing I really like. Because for example, a lot of fashion brands, they're just in it to make money, right?
Identity.
Yeah.
Identity.
So
right?
identity,
You need to-
mission, maybe whatever it is, whatever their mission might be. And, some brands' missions are to, represent their country or to represent where they come from
Yes.
or represent, dreams, something like any dream can come true, things like this.
Yeah.
Depends on the brand, but when a brand has a mission and it's obvious in everything they do, in all the photo shoots they do, in all the advertising they do, then I love the brand because that's what they represent. Rolex represents luxury. Rolex represents, high class.
I think I get your point. You're saying if a brand stays loyal to its values,
Yes,
you will follow that brand, for example.
I
right?
think so. That's what the main thing is.
Yes.
And that's what matters to me because in a world with millions of brands, why would you choose one over the other? You have to resonate with the brand.
Yeah.
And many brands, I think, don't focus on things like this. And that's why many fashion brands go bankrupt or whatever it might be in the first year because they just focus on money. But if you focus on making, on a purpose, on a mission, that will last longer than your life. If you're the founder and you have a mission, then that will last after you pass away.
Yes.
And that's powerful to me.
Yes, yes.
You brought the idea out of your mind to bring
Yes.
that brand to life. And then your son or whoever might take the helm of the
Yes.
brand after you pass away will have that to carry on.
Yeah.
And that is super powerful to me.
Yeah. I like the details when you're speaking, when you're giving input to these questions. I really love that.
Thank you.
You have given multiple examples today and insights about your life. I really enjoyed the discussion. I think now people will have a good picture about yourself, your character, what you have achieved, how success came from nothing. And unless you have any closing word, do you have anything you want to?
I think that people should dress in alignment with who they are
Yeah.
instead of dressing for trends and instead of dressing for other people's judgment or other people's validation. So this is the one thing I would say is really, really important, is to dress for yourself and don't dress for anyone else. When you dress for yourself and who you are, doors will open that you will never expect. And you'll be in rooms that you never expected with people you never expected.
I love that. Yeah.
And your career opportunities will increase. Your love life will improve. Women, the first thing they notice about a man is the way he dresses and the grooming. Every woman you meet will tell you this as well. Even
Nice,
if they
yeah.
say they don't, it's a lie.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Yeah,
It's a lie.
Yeah.
Every woman looks at
Yeah.
how a man's dressed. If a man's dressed impeccably, you'll get the girl. And you don't even have to say a word. She'll come to
Yeah.
you. So, you know, people will come up to you. Businessmen will come up to you and ask you who you are. They'll get curious about you. I've gotten so many opportunities in my life naturally like this.
Yes.
2 days ago, I was walking in Wafi Mall and this woman comes up to me, an Arabic woman, and she said, come meet my sister, because she was looking for models. And
Nice.
naturally, I was just walking through the model.
You
the-
see how opportunities arise.
Yeah, I was just
from
walking through
nothing,
the
right?
mall and then she just comes up to me and says,
Nice.
come over here. And I was like, okay. And she starts talking to me. She asks, am I a model? This and that. I said, I'm a content creator. And naturally, I got her WhatsApp number.
Yes.
And she says she wants me to model for her brand. So literally just walking through a mall, someone noticed my style and she said,
Insane.
can I walk? Can
Insane.
you model for my brand?
Yes.
So this is an example. So if you
See
can,
opportunities arise.
opportunities arise when people notice you. I could have just walked and I could have worn a terrible outfit. No one would have noticed me. That person would not have came up to me.
Yes.
I would not have gotten that opportunity. But when you put effort into the way you dress, if you dress for who you are, people will notice your energy.
I love that. Yeah.
People will be attracted to your energy. People will be curious about you. You'll meet people you never expected. You'll be in the media. You'll be in this and that.
We can
And, yeah.
take this as the quote of the day. If you are who you are, people get attracted by your energy.
Yes.
That's the
be
title.
be
of this episode.
authentic.
That's the title of this episode.
Be authentic, and that's it. That's what you need to be in this world. In a world full of fakeness, in a world full
Yeah.
of facades, in a world full of AI, be yourself. And I trust you. That will be your superpower.
Cool. Thanks, Bhav.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.